big global event. The big Federal Reserve decision is expected to be out later today. Prashant has moved over to the big wall on what we can expect. Prashant.
Well, thanks for that. So this is going to be the big decision before, of course, with the budget event tomorrow morning for us. Let me just quickly put the backdrop. The Fed in December of 2023 pivoted, right? That's the first time that they indicated that 2024, the next move perhaps is going to be a series of rate cuts. And once they said that, the conversation became, when is the first cut going to be? And as we got into this year, markets believed that the first cut is going to be in March, and it's going to be a series of consecutive rate cuts through the course of the year. The question, the very near-term, immediate question tonight is going to be this: whether the Fed, with its commentary, with its statement, etc., is going to push the March 2024 rate cut expectations to a full 100% or 0%, which means will, after tonight's meeting, markets fully price in a rate cut starting March, or, will March be off the table? The current odds for rate cuts in the month of March, this is, odds in terms of what markets are betting on, is about 45%. Will this 45 be 0 or 45 become 100%? And the reason why we are kind of saying that this perhaps is likely one way or the other is because the Fed, if you look at the past many years, always provides clarity ahead of significant rate action. Just to kind of prepare markets in terms of what is coming. Now, if you look at between the last Fed official meeting and all of the commentary we've got from various Fed officials, the Fed has seemed to be worried about the fact that markets are factoring in more rate cuts than warranted. Why are we saying that? We're saying that because data out of the US is still pretty strong. At the margin, once in a while, you get a data miss. But by and large, you look at the labor market numbers, you look at manufacturing PMI, which is once again inched back above the 50 mark. Things are going just great. Of course, most believe that this will soften, has to soften, but very few believe that this will soften in a very, very meaningful way in a very fast time frame. Now, so essentially, because of this, Fed is unlikely to signal that March 2024 is going to be the first rate cut. That's unlikely. So, and by the way, the markets are currently factoring in 133 basis of rate cuts in 2024, and the Fed, I think, is unlikely to increase that number. So, at the margin, it may go either way, but at the margin, if you ask me, I think it may be seen to be slightly hawkish. The fact that they're not, saying that they may say that the hawkish bias is out, but they may also push back on when the first rate cut is going to start and how much is needed, because the market, of course, as always, is already ahead of what the Fed may want to do. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18. For all our top stories and news updates, follow us on our social media platforms.